Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good morning, everyone. Thank you for the FSSAT committee that has held this conference. Thank you also for my opportunity to presenting my study here. So our study that I will present today entitled Greenhouse Gases Emission of Livestock Sector in East Kalimantan using TIer-1 with 2019 refinement. So I'm Dimas Arifin from East Kalimantan Assessment Institute for Agriculture. This is the outline of my presentation. First is background, then methodology, result in discussion, and the last is conclusion. The background of the study and also the introduction. The population growth and diet changing increases the demand of livestock. And during 2015 till 2018, the livestock population in East Kalimantan is increasing by 5% per year in average. This value is going to be bigger when the capital city relocation from Jakarta to East Kalimantan, the plant occurred because the population will grow bigger. Nationally, in year of 2012, livestock sector contributes 1.87% of total GHG emission. The greenhouse gases emission value for livestock is calculated as total of methane emissions from enteric fermentation and manure management activities, and also nitrous oxide from manure management activities. The annual net carbon dioxide emission from livestock are assumed to be zero because the carbon dioxide photosynthesized by plant is returned to the atmosphere as expired carbon dioxide. Therefore, carbon dioxide emission from livestock are not estimated in this study. And the step of this study, the first step is collecting livestock population data from official government body. And the next is the greenhouse gases was calculated by using the collected data, the formula and constants according to the guidelines. And as I said before, the guidelines that we use is the 2019 refinement to the 2006 guideline that released by IPCC. And the third step is the projection of livestock population, which we calculated by extrapolating the data from population dynamic of livestock, was used to predict the greenhouse gases emission on 2030. This is the data collection. The livestock population on East Kalimantan province in 2019 that we obtained from we collected from East Kalimantan Statistical Center. And then this is the formula that we use from IPCC 2019 refinement to 2006 guideline. There are three components that we use to calculate the greenhouse gases. And first is methane from enteric fermentation.
We use the emission factor times the head of the population and divided by 10 to the 6th power. And then the next is methane from manure management and the direct nitrous oxide from manure management system. The indirect nitrous oxide we excluded from this
study. And this is the result and discussion for the carbon dioxide equal from methane emission in enteric fermentation. We can see here the beef cattle got the most portion of the emission because of the enteric fermentation is very big emitted by the beef cattle. And we also can see here the poultry value is 0 or none because they don't develop the enteric fermentation, so it doesn't emit methane in the process of fermentation, enteric fermentation. And then this is the carbon dioxide equal from methane emitted in manure management in gigagram per year. In this portion, we can see the broiler chicken got the most portion of the methane emitted here. Then the next is the nitrous oxide direct emitted in manure management, and this portion of the greenhouse gases emission also dominated by the beef cattle, but it's not quite dominant here because the second place is the broiler chicken with 12.58 gigagram per year in the year of 2019. So this is the greenhouse gas emission total from livestock sector in carbon dioxide equal gigagram per year. And we can see here the beef cattle's dominant here is around 79% of the total emission, and Kutai Kartanegara got the most emission here, also because of it got the most beef cattle population. So the emission, there are some mitigation effort that we can use to decrease the emission. One of them is the usage of biogas, and the government provincially installed there are some biogas facility, and this is the last part of it. Livestock population in its Kalimantan is increasing, and from the graphs we project the 2030 population, and we got the emission projection for that year for 2030 still dominated by beef cattle in 280.67 gigagram carbon dioxide equal per year on 2030. So this emission projection is assuming there is no major improvement in mitigation. If that is the conclusion, is Kalimantan province contributed greenhouse gas emission of 196.02 gigagram carbon dioxide equal per year from livestock sector. Beef cattle dominated the emission by 79% of total emission, and the regency of Kutai Kartanegara, who had the most beef cattle in the region, contributed the highest livestock sector greenhouse gas emission of 38 gigagram carbon dioxide equal per year, or 24% of total livestock greenhouse gas emission. Thank you. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.